Buddha.
Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody's Wednesday going? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. What is going on, everyone? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Share this channel out with everyone you know. Make sure you all are smacking the heart emojis down there at the bottom. It does really help out with the live stream. I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. The chat's on fire. My goodness, there's a lot to talk about, folks. There's a lot to talk about. We'll talk about last night's game. We're also going to talk about tonight's lineup. I hope everybody's a little happier with tonight's lineup. I know I am. A couple of things that I would switch, but we'll get into that soon. And you know how we always do it, folks. We're going to get into predictions, but shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me say what's up to the chat real quick. Who do we got in the chat? We got Chris Charlton in the building. What's up, Chris? Stephen B., what's going on? John the Beagle Dad, what is up? We got Army Chow Mein. What is going on, Army Chow Mein? How's it going? Who else we got? We got Greg in the building. What's up, Greg? How you doing? Who else? We got my guy Ken in the building right now. What's going on, Ken? How you doing? What's up, Ken? My boy Rodney. What's up, Rodney? How you doing? What's going on, Rodney? CT Cards. What's up, CT Cards? How's it going? Good to see you, man. I missed you yesterday. I heard you were upset about the lineup yesterday. You were frustrated. You left the chat. Didn't even want to watch the game. I understand, man. I understand. I got you. Hopefully you feel a lot better today, man. All right. Dev Finch, what is going on, Dev? How's it going? Jonathan, how are you? Who else we have in the chat? Nosebleed section, what is up? Who else we got? Jared Williams is in the building. AJ's in the building. Jacob Petruzzi, how are you, man? How's your grandmother, man? Let it keep us in the loop, dude. Let us know how your grandmother's doing. Okay, we're thinking of you, bud. We're thinking of you. Jack, what's going on? Frank, how's it going, Frank? How's it going? What's up? Infernus, salute to you. What is going on? Dennis, what's up, Dennis? What's up? What is going on? But shout out to everybody in the chat. Again, make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Share this channel out with everyone you know. Hit those heart emojis. If you're watching this on X, come over to YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get this channel to 900, folks. We are just a little over 50 away. We're about 53 subscribers away. So if there's 53 people out there watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button, join in on the conversation. I would greatly appreciate it. So let me look at this. Grandmother's doing a little better, but it's an infection, so who knows? She's 93. It's a day-by-day type, I think. Okay. All right. I understand, Jacob. I understand. Hey, 93, man, that's a long way to live. That's a long way to live, man. That's that's a long time. Much love to you and her and rest of the family. Again, we are thinking of you there, Jacob. Just know, bro, okay? If you need to reach out, dude, message me on X if you need to talk or anything, all right, bud? So we're all thinking of you. So make sure you all send your thoughts to Jacob and his family. But, look, yesterday's game, I just grab my notes here because I wrote down some notes. Yesterday's game was bad. It was awful. Yesterday's game was terrible. I don't care how you want to slice it. I don't care how you want to dice it. I don't care who you blame. The game was terrible. The game, it was bad. All right. Egyptian Magician, what's going on? But last night's game was embarrassing, was pathetic. There's nothing else to really say. All right. The lineup really wasn't that great, and we're going to talk about the lineup. We're going to talk about things that need to happen moving forward, especially with not many games left when you really think about it. All right. It was terrible. Now, first, Luis Hill had to leave the game because he was hurt. And he was taken out with back stiffness. Sorry. He was taken out with back stiffness. And, he wasn't feeling well. He did not pitch a good game. He only lasted 3 innings? Okay. Only 3 innings. They had to go to the bullpen early, and that bullpen is burnt out. I can guarantee you tonight, you're not going to see Cousins. You're not going to see Tonkin. You're probably not going to see Clay Holmes. And by the way, Clay Holmes actually pitched a good inning yesterday, which was always nice to see. And now Luis Hill is on the 15-day IL. And they called up Will Warren. And I know some fans are probably not happy about that, but hey, what other options do you have? Okay. So that was the start of what was a crappy night for the Yankees. What's up, Christopher? How you doing? Now, last night's game, the Yankees pitching, 14 walks last night. When you talk about runners in scoring position, they were 1 for 16 with runners in scoring position. They left 12 men on base. Unacceptable. So far this month, they have an 8-8 record in August. So that needs to improve. That record needs to be better. I mean, it could be worse, but 8-8, they need more wins. All right. This season against left-handed starters, 13-20. Clearly struggling against left-handers. Big time. DJ LeMahieu right now, 167 average in the last 29 games. Verdugo went 191. He has a 191 average in the last 33 games. And he went 0 for 6 last night, Alex Verdugo. That can't happen. That is unacceptable. What's up, Brad? Of course you get me off the lounge. You know what, Brad? When I start hitting pads and start rolling on the mats, I'll take some video coverage and I will send it to you on X there, Brad. Just so you know that I'm not always on the lounge. Good sir. All right? Only for you, Brad. Only for you. Just to prove something. So, again, unacceptable numbers by DJ LeMahieu and Alex Verdugo, DJ LeMahieu is not in the lineup tonight, by the way. And at this point, I hate to say it, but you got to bench DJ. You got to bench DJ. You got to bench him. I mean, you got to bench some of the veteran guys. You got to put your best players in the lineup. All right? Nothing against Jose Trevino. I like Jose Trevino, but you got to play Austin Wells more. Got to play Ben Rice more. I'm glad Peraza's in the lineup. Peraza's got to be in the lineup too. All right? These guys need to start playing, man. These guys need to start playing. Now, Verdugo, Torres, these guys are in the lineup. But Torres is inevitable. I'm not surprised. He's not going to be benched, unless something catastrophic happens. He's not going to be benched at all. TC Steels, what's going on, my guy? Hopefully life is good, man. What's up, TC? Shout out to my guy, TC. Hopefully you're doing well there, TC Steels. But I'm glad the lineup, it is what it is for tonight. I'll pull it up. We'll talk about it. All right? But the last negative thing I'm going to say about the Yankees is their home record. And they're 32-28. They're 32-28. Terrible. They have a much better record away from the stadium. which is unusual. Not to say that it can't happen, but it's to me it's weird because usually you think the Yankees playing at Yankee Stadium in front of the home crowd, they're going to play a lot better. But unfortunately, they have a better away record than they do home record, and I'll take it. You know what I mean? At least their record away from home is good, which is good news. But their record at home is bad. Now, a couple of positive things that I'll point out is that Aaron Judge, 3 seasons with 45 plus home runs, the captain. All right. He's the third most in franchise history. Babe Ruth has 9. Lou Gehrig has 4. Juan Soto tied his career high of home runs for 2023, and that's 35 home runs. He's definitely going to beat his career high now. I anticipate Juan Soto to hit over 40 home runs. I think he'll have over 40 home runs. I think we can agree on that. Okay. Now, yesterday's game, all right, going back to yesterday's game, with all the negative things I said, to add more negative, and I don't want this to be into a negative live stream. Here's the thing. All right. They left a lot of guys on base. I mean, the bullpen did the best that they can do. All right. The bullpen came in. They held their own until Michael Tonkin came in and the Guardians just exploded on him. And he was the last man in the bullpen, unfortunately, and it fell on him. All right. Cousins pitched well. Luke Weaver pitched well. Tim Hill pitched well. Holmes, he did his job. What's up, Albert? How's it going? But the offense was terrible. The offense was terrible. Now, the Yankees could have won, but there was one issue, and I know a lot of folks have talked about it. And we have talked about him many times. And that is their third base coach, Rojas. All right. Rojas has cost this team a lot of runs. Their third base coach has cost them a lot of runs. I was upset when he first told Trent Grisham to stop, and then at the last second said, no, go ahead and go home, run home, and Grisham got out. So you can't even blame Grisham on that. That's on the third base coach. And I'll say that he was part of the blame as far as the Yankees losing. He was part of it. But I mean, again, the Yankees bats, it still didn't help. All right, the Yankees bats were just awful, clearly. Okay. And Ken here says Rojas is 9 runners thrown out at home this season. Yeah, unacceptable. Unacceptable. This is bad. And shout out to my guy Ronnie Green for gifting 5 Strike Zone memberships. Ronnie, you are the man, bro. You are the man. This guy just gifted 5 people memberships. So if you're in the chat and you got a membership from Rodney, make sure you all say thank you. Salute to you, Rodney. You're the man. You're the man, bro. So yeah, if you're in the chat, you got a membership from Rodney, make sure you thank him. That's very generous. Ronnie's been super generous, man. Rodney's the man. You're awesome, bro. Keep being you, man. Keep being you. You're the man, bro. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. A few other folks walked in. Dee's channel. What's going on, Dee's channel? How are you? How you doing? And also, I wanted to point this out. Jacob Petruzzi letting us know that Josh Chisholm's out on the field right now, taking batting practice. That would seem like progress. I would say so. I would say so. That is progress. Rodney is the champ of the chat, man. He really is. And then Jacob Pedruzzi has been a member for 1 month. Shout out to Jacob. Appreciate your support. Thank you, Rodney. Well, I'm glad you love it here, man. I love doing this stuff because, I keep saying it. If it wasn't for all of you, I would not be here. You know, I say that all the time. So, yeah, Ronnie. Well, yeah. I mean, 1,000. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's my ultimate goal, right? Got to get to that 900 first. But yeah, folks. So yesterday's game, you know, just everything just went as backwards as it possibly can. The Yankees absolutely have to bounce back, you know, in tonight's game. All right. And looking at tonight's game, it's going to be Nestor Cortez versus, let me get his name real quick here, Joey Cantillo. And Joey Cantillo, or Cantillo, however, has a 0-2 record with a 6.23 ERA. You would think that the Yankees should be able to hit off against this guy, but as we have seen, the Yankees sometimes against not so great pitchers, they make them look like Cy Young Award winners, which that can't happen. Nestor Cortez has a 6-10 record with a 4.20 ERA. His last outing was a good one. So hopefully he can have a similar outing. Nestor Cortez has to try and go 6-7 innings, because right now that bullpen's wiped out from last night. You know, so they need a solid outing by Nestor Cortez. Christopher, you didn't put in the hard work. The Mets did. You just watched. It's the same thing with us fans. We have nothing to do with it. We're just there to support the team. The team has to go out and perform. Just want to point that out. Yeah, Warren could be the long man tonight. You're right, Stephen B. Warren could be coming out. You know, if Nestor Cortez goes 4 or 5 innings, I'm pretty sure they're going to go to Will Warren. Yeah, Christopher, I know. I mean, being a fan is kind of feels like you're part of the team, but if I was part of the team, I would have more of a say in what this team does. We're just fans, bro. We're just content creators. That's all we can do. It's not to say that I don't support the Yankees. Of course I do. But as far as them winning or losing, I have no control over that. They need to go out and make things happen. All right. Now, as far as the lineup goes, as far as the matchups go, none of the Yankees bats have ever faced Cantillo. As far as the Cleveland bats, they have some experience with Cortez. So Freeman, their center fielder, 2 at-bats with a 0 average. Fry, who's one of their catchers, 1 at-bat with a 0 average. Jimenez, 2 at-bats with a 0 average. Hedges, their other catcher, 4 at-bats with a 0 average. Stephen Kwan, 6 at-bats with a 167 average. Josh Naylor, first baseman, 6 at-bats with a 333 average. Jose Ramirez, 9 at-bats with a 111 average. So Nestor Cortez has done well against guys like Ramirez, against Naylor, against Stephen Kwan. So that's a good sign. That's great. That's great. But yeah, the Yankees at tonight, they got it. I mean, obviously we all know they have to win. If they don't win, they lose. They have already lost the series, which would then, they play tomorrow's game, and hopefully they can avoid a sweep. But we got to worry about tonight's game first. All right, let's just hope that the Yankees can pull off a win today, and then play another rubber game against the Guardians this time, and hopefully they can take the series. It would be nice. Yeah, Guardians scored 4 runs off of Cortez during his first outing against the season. Hopefully they can he can hold them to less runs. It'd be nice. I just hope, however tonight's game ends, it ends with a Yankees win. I just hope that they don't go into extra innings, because when they go into extra innings, that's when I get worried. I get really worried about this team. I do. So, but folks, let me pull up tonight's lineup though. All right. While I'm pulling up tonight's lineup, make sure you all hit that like, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everyone you know. If you're watching this on X, come over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, join in on the conversation. What's up, Sierra? What's up, AD? What's going on, Michael? How are you? What is going on? Yeah, that bullpen is very scary already without extra innings. Yeah, AD, I agree. That bullpen, real quick. There was a stat that I saw, and their ERA, I believe it was like since July 21st, if I'm not mistaken. They have an ERA of 4.86. I think that's what the ERA was. Yeah, since July 20th, the Yankees bullpen has a 4.86 ERA, which ranks 23rd in all of Major League Baseball. That's bad. That's bad. And as I'm looking at other news before I know I said I was going to pull up the lineup, but I'm seeing some other news here. According to Bronx Bombers News, John Birdie is expected to start his rehab assignment on Friday, according to Aaron Boone. And they're saying that Luis Hill's injury is minor. He got put on the 15-day IL, so they're saying his injury is minor. Clark Schmidt will start a rehab assignment on Friday with AA Somerset, and he's going to throw about 50 pitches. So that's some of the news right now that I wanted to share. But these guys need to come back like ASAP, man. These guys need to come back ASAP. Yo, and we got my guy Max Coverage TV in the building. What up, Max? How's it going? Shout out to my guy Max. Make sure you guys subscribe to Max Coverage TV. Does an awesome job of calling Yankees games. He's a cool dude, man. Max is a cool dude. Shout out to my guy Max. And I saw Yankee Kyle here. What's up, Yankee Kyle? How's it going? What's up? But yeah, the Yankees need they need these reinforcements to be coming back ASAP, man. They need them badly. But anyway, let's talk about this lineup. Here's the lineup, folks. Gleyber Torres leading off, playing second base. Juan Soto batting second, playing right field. Aaron Judge, the captain, batting third. He'll be playing center field. Giancarlo Stanton, DHing tonight. He'll be at the cleanup spot. Austin Wells at the dish, batting fifth. Anthony Volpe batting sixth, playing shortstop. Alex Verdugo in the lineup, playing left field, batting seventh. Oswald Peraza batting eighth, playing third base. And Ben Rice batting ninth. He'll be playing first base. And on the mound today, folks, it is Nestor Cortez. Folks, what do you all think about this lineup? Is there anything that you would change about this lineup? Is this lineup better than last night's lineup? Let me know. I'll get back to more of the comments here. Yeah, I will love, man. Schmidt's needed, man. He's needed so bad. I was so bummed when he got hurt. Cool. Yeah, I want to see Cody Poteet come back, man. I miss him. He was good. He was good when he was pitching, when he was starting games for the Yankees. I don't think any of us know what Efros looks like. Put in Oswaldo, take out Torres. Yeah, way better. Defensively, you said you like it except Rice on first. I don't think Rice is that bad at first base. And you know that's not possible. Stop it. Oswaldo at second, I would love to see that. What's up, Spinning Mantis? Yeah, Wells 4th, Doogie 9th. I would have put Wells at the number 4 spot, 100%. Who would you have lead off there, Spinning Mantis? Yeah, Ben Rice, he got called up. Let him play, man. Yeah, I like the flip-flop with Wells and Stanton. I agree. Agreed, but you know what? Like I said earlier, man, Gleyber's gonna continue playing. I mean, unless they prove me wrong, Gleyber's gonna continue playing. Yeah, exactly. A few of us are saying to swap Wells and Stanton there. Jake Boss, how are you? Peraza lead off? Okay. Well, I don't know about 15 strikeouts, but 7 innings would be fantastic. Would swap Grisham for Verdugo and Wells at 4, otherwise better. Yeah. Best defense would be Cabrera at third, Peraza at shortstop, Volpe at second, and Rice at first. Well, they're not. I mean, I hear you, bro, but they're not going to move. We all know they're not going to move Volpe out of the shortstop position. One would hope. I mean, he killed it against the White Sox last week. I hope he can go 6-7 innings, man. I hope he can. Yeah, I mean, good Nestor or bad Nestor, I don't know. Well, that's the thing, man. They're gonna, right now the Yankees are gonna have to ride this train out, right? They're gonna have to ride it all out, right? This roller coaster till a lot of these reinforcements come back. It just sucks that a lot of these guys got hurt all at the same time, and now you add Luis Hill to the injured list. He got put on the 15-day IL. Man, it's just like, man, it sucks. For lack of a better word, it just stinks. but nothing you could do about it with injuries. Injuries, it is what it is. Yankees are planning to have several players rehabbing. Yeah, Ian Hamilton. Yeah, there's a lot of players. There's a lot of players rehabbing right now, so they're going to get their rehab starts. Christopher Peraza was struggling at one point, but he was playing a lot better. But here's the thing. The lineup does look a lot better. That's all I'm going to say. The lineup does look a lot better. However, this lineup and folks like Ken are always pointing it out. Situational hitting, situational hitting, situational hitting, situational hitting. And I'll keep saying it over and over again if I have to. Okay, but situational hitting is very important. Oh, bring on Max onto the show? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Max has X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it, but we could try and reach out to each other there if you ever wants to jump on for any of the pre-games or something. I'm down. Max is a cool dude. Yeah, I know. 3 for 34 with runners in scoring position is bad, bro. Last 4 games is terrible. Should. Ha. CT cards. 100% TC. 100%. Wells should be fourth, period. Wells should be fourth, period. Wells should always be batting fourth. So, as far as the bullpen goes, I mean, I would assume Warren. Warren could be that guy. Trying to think who else. All I know is that I'm pretty sure Cousins is probably not going to be available. Tonkin doubtful, and then Clay Holmes doubtful. What's up, old Sarge? How you doing, old Sarge? Old Sarge, yesterday, because Egyptian Magician asked me a question, and I wasn't sure. I asked about his name, about his ethnic background. I did not get the Jerky Boys reference till somebody said it, and then it clicked with me. I wasn't even thinking about it, so that's hilarious. At DH as the fourth spot in case he needs to pinch hit situation. I mean, he could still bat fifth. I think Wells should be at the number 4 spot. Oh, how funny. Are you oh, that's funny. Are you 100% Egyptian? I'm just curious. I knew quite a few folks from Egypt when I was growing up in New York. TC, check your messages. What are you saying, Michael? What are you saying? I see your messages. Don't worry. Oh, Egyptian and Italian. Okay. Got you. Yeah, there's a lot of folks confuse a lot of people think I'm Italian. I get called all sorts of things, but I'll take no offense to it. Finland, Cleveland Guardians fans versus Yankees. Sorry, Michael. The message, the chat was going by so quick, and sorry I didn't say hi to you. But are you trying to stir something up, though? I mean, Finland, Cleveland Guardians fans versus Yankees. You trying to start a fight or something? Like, what are you trying to do, bro? I had to look. Oh, dude, I drink Turkish coffee all the time. It's a good way to. It gives you some energy. Let me tell you. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Jack. Oh man. Hey, listen, Michael. I'm all for rivalries. Turkish coffee, strong, dark. You could eat it. You could drink it. You could drink it without sugar. You could drink it with some sugar. You could make it as sweet as you want. You could make it as non-sweet as you want. It's strong as it is strong as hell, though. But it's good stuff, man. It wakes you up. It wakes you up. I'll sometimes have one for lunch, like during the day. Is it thick? I'd say the flavor's thick. When you get to the bottom, you're done drinking and you're drinking out of a small cup. When you get, because on the bottom it's all coffee grounds, and that's something you don't want to drink. You don't want to drink the coffee grounds. Facts, Brad. Turkish coffee, yeah, keeps me awake. With just one cup is all you need. But it's definitely very strong though. Yeah, I've had coffees from other countries. I've had Ethiopian, I've had Colombian. So, and we got my guy CC Steele's waiting in the back, ready to come up, bro. My man. Yo.
What up?
Not a whole lot, man. I wasn't feeling lonely, but I love having you up here. Let's put it like that, all right? you know?
You hear me all right?
I hear you good, man.
Okay.
I hear you fine.
Yeah, I just want to test the mic out.
Yeah, you're good. Did you buy a new mic or something?
No, I had to set something up different because of work. But I'm off work already, so.
Okay.
Yeah, doing the home thing now again. Doing the same stuff. So, yeah, everything's good.
For sure. But let me get your thoughts on last night's game. And then after because I know you got a lot to say. You got some things to vent about. After that, let me get your thoughts on the lineup.
So, yeah, last night's game. First of all, there's too many mental lapses of judgment. I point out that play at the relay home. It was a relay to was it a relay? They had somebody hung up between first and second, and nobody covered second. When Judge or Verdugo or someone should have came in on the rundown. That's just Little League. That pisses me off more than anything. When an out can be made easily and they just everyone's just standing around. It's just very frustrating. Yeah, that was a big one. The Grisham thing at third. Yeah, you can't really blame him. He hesitated because he was held up. Then he, got started again. So
that was on Rojas, 100%.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
But what? Myself, I'm sure a lot of these guys think the same. When that happens, we're going to lose because we had the opportunity. That was a golden opportunity. It was an 8th inning. It should have won the game. And then we go in the 11th inning. We had first and third. Was it 1 out? DJ up. He couldn't do nothing. Just a fly ball. Yeah,
something. right? Score the
Something.
winning run.
It just couldn't happen. And then you knew, okay, it was a matter of time. 12th inning, and they just unloaded. And it's like too many missed opportunities with this team, day in, day out, every game. It's just getting very frustrated. I can't imagine what Soto and Judge say every day. We can't do everything. We can't. Their backs are killing them because they're carrying the load. They're carrying these guys. I mean, it's so frustrating. And then the pitching, the bullpen held it down for as long as they could, because Hill didn't have it. He was terrible. And then, you get to the 12th inning and you can't hold it down anymore. It's like they just unloaded. So it's just very frustrating watching this team because there's so much potential. The guys, they should be playing a lot better than they are. And a lot of it goes on Boone too. Some of the moves he makes.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to the mismanagement at the deadline. Getting no help, getting De Los Santos. I mean, that was just stupid. Could have had, Flaherty. Could have had, multiple guys. Could have had different guys, offensively. I mean, yeah, Chaz, he unfortunately got hurt. But it's just every year since 2009, it seems like this is the same broken record on repeat. They just don't play up to expectations, and it's just very, very frustrating watching this club. It is. It's just hard.
Yeah, no, I listen, man. Yesterday's game was it was frustrating. I couldn't believe it, and the Guardians just exploded in the 12th inning, and unfortunately it fell on Michael Tonkin, which I felt bad for him because he gave up all those runs, because usually he doesn't do too. He's been good for the Yankees bullpen, if anything, but it was just one of those. It was just one of those games that he just happened to be the guy that they scored a lot of runs on, and it sucks.
Yeah.
Because it could have happened to anybody, but it was him, and I felt bad for him. I really did. But they had, in extra innings, the Yankees had opportunity to win. I definitely didn't agree with some of the calls that were made, some of the changes that were made with the pinch hitting situations. I'm like, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? All right, like this is what. So this is where. I know some folks might think that I defend Aaron Boone because I say that I think he's a good manager. I never said he was a great manager, but I always say too at the same time that I do not always agree with his decisions. I don't. Sometimes I do think he does make bad decisions. I don't always agree with the things he says. I genuinely don't. Yesterday was one of those games.
I think it was one of his worst managed games of the year.
I think so too. And the lineup that was put out yesterday, I wasn't a fan of. It's not like, I looked at the lineup and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to watch this game, or this team sucks. Like, because, you still have to root for the team no matter what, even though it's hard sometimes. I do understand.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the lineup. Now, tonight's lineup, though, right? I'll pull it up again for you.
Yeah.
What do you think about this lineup? Is it a lot better for you? Are there any changes that you would make?
Yeah, right off the bat, I mean, I put it in the chat. Austin Wells should be cleanup, and
Facts.
Stanton should 100%. Be moved either 5th, 6th, somewhere in there.
Yep.
I know Peraza just came up, but I would give him a shot at leadoff, just to see, because we've already seen what Gleyber can. Gleyber's.
I'm not a fan of Gleyber.
He's not a leadoff guy.
Yeah.
I'd put him. He seems more comfortable batting in the 5th, 6th spot. I mean, just leave him there. Just stop moving guys around. We already saw Ben Rice at leadoff. I'd keep him down.
Yeah.
Beyond 2, 3, 4, Soto, Judge, Wells. I guess everybody else is interchangeable because it's nobody's really stepping up. Those
No.
are the three guys right now that we can count on. I mean, I felt bad for Wells. I mean, he missed a home run by what? 6 inches, if that.
Yeah.
The game would have been over. We would have won the game. I mean, it's just so frustrating. But yeah, it's interchangeable. I mean, Verdugo is 7th, 8th now. Volpe's to me, Volpe's bad, a 9th hitter. I might have put Wells 4th, Stanton 5th, then maybe Rice 6th, somewhere in there, and switch Glaber with Peraza. But yeah, other than that, I mean, they still got to perform. In their position in the lineup, it just, to me, it's not that huge of a deal. As long as you have Soto, Judge, Wells, that's it. Everybody else is, it just seems interchangeable.
Yeah, copy, man, 100%. Yeah, Soto, Judge, Wells. I mean, that should be the 2 through 4.
Yeah,
that should be the 2 through 4 because Austin Wells has been that threat at the cleanup spot. Because what were we saying over a month ago? That after Aaron Judge, like the rest of the lineup was, trash. It was like they were not threatening. Wells is that guy. He should be the number 4 guy. He's that threat after Aaron Judge. So it's like if they intentionally walked Aaron Judge, it's like, okay, well, you got Austin Wells now. So
I forgot to mention I would make one change. I would have Oswaldo Cabrera in the lineup over Glaber Torres.
Listen,
I'm sick. I'm sick and tired of them just favoritism toward these guys. Like, enough's enough. How long can we keep going with the all the mental lapses, the defense, the all the mistakes he makes? Cabrera, to me, he wants to win. He hit a ball yesterday. I saw his face. He hit a ball. He thought he got it all, and he was so frustrated. I saw him coming off it was in the middle of the innings, 5th, 6th inning. I forgot what, but he was so frustrated. This guy, I mean, he deserves way more playing time than he gets. I mean, he's hitting a lot better than some of these guys. Definitely DJ, and Verdugo. Glaber's, he has his moments, but Cabrera deserves way more playing time. He really does.
Yeah, Cabrera, I mean, when he goes out and play, or when you play him, man, he goes out there and gives it his very best every
110%.
Single time.
Yep, he does.
Yeah, he gives it his very, very best. I mean, you can't complain about him. And yeah, he's got a batting average of 248, but if you didn't know that, you would think this guy his batting average was a lot higher because of how he goes out there and performs.
But so does everybody else. Everybody else is hitting 240 or less.
Right. I hear you. But the difference
other than Soto and Judge, I mean, there's nobody even close to 300. So
And real quick, I wanted to say what up to Anthony Garcia, who was in the building. Que lo que? Anthony Garcia, how's it going? But yeah, man, I mean, you talk about Glaber Torres, that was another guy, he went 0 for 4 yesterday with 2 walks. Verdugo went 0 for 6, which I'm like, that's bad. That is so bad.
It's time for him to get benched.
It really is. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, man, I mean, it's sad, but it's like I like guys like DJ. I do, but I think it's time. It's time. You gotta sit some of these guys and start playing your best players. And same thing with Glaber Torres, but I think they're gonna keep Glaber Torres in there. Yeah, that's the thing. They're gonna keep him in there. I hate to say it, but I think they're gonna keep him in there.
Well, unfortunately, they don't have guys to bring in. They have Chaz, he's hurt. Birdie, he's hurt. Dominguez, they refuse to bring him up. I mean, they're limited. I mean, it's either Grisham or Verdugo. I mean, what do you do? Cabrera, or DJ. I mean, there's no guy that, there's no Austin Wells that, we're going to pencil him. He's earned his spot. All these guys, Verdugo, Rice, Volpe, Glaber, they're all like stuck in the mud. They're all doing the same. They're all terrible at the same time. There's nobody else is stepping up to support this lineup. It is just, it's unbelievable. It really is. I don't know how. I don't even know how they've won this many games with just really Soto and Judge. It just blows my mind.
Well, I mean, early on they had, the whole entire team was healthy.
Yeah,
the whole entire team was healthy, so they were able to win. They were able to come out with fire, and they were firing on all cylinders. It was great. I loved it. Right. Then the injuries started piling on. Then I feel like every year. Every year. And it's not just the Yankees. Every team right now is suffering with injuries.
That's right.
It's and this year in particular, maybe it's my imagination, but I feel like it's way more than it used to be. I feel like the injuries this year has been insane. Because there's a lot of names that are hurt. And every team is experiencing it.
Big names
too. Yeah. And offense is down this year in general because when you think about it, they're right now, even a team like the Dodgers, right? And I've mentioned this, and I know some fans might say, who cares about the Dodgers? The point is they've spent over $1 billion in the offseason, and they don't even have a winning percentage over 600.
There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that they're going to make the World Series.
Who knows who's going to make the World Series?
Yeah.
Shoot, I made my prediction last year, and boy, was I wrong. I'm not making that prediction again. Nope.
Yeah, I mean their pitching has a lot of big guys out. Glasnow's out.
Yeah. Is Kershaw back, or is he still out?
I haven't seen him. I don't know.
Yeah. Yamamoto's out.
Yamamoto's. Yeah, he's out. Yeah. He's probably done.
I'm glad
they're lucky they got Flaherty. They're really, and they got Mookie Betts back, which that helped them a little bit. But there's no guarantee that the Padres and the Diamondbacks are right on their heels. They're right there.
Okay, Anthony Garcia is saying that Kershaw is back. Okay, because he was hurt. But yeah,
we all know what he does in the postseason.
Garbage, 0.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Eunice says, I've been watching for 50 years with the injuries in MLB, and they're so high in the past few years. Yeah, I mean, it's not our imagination, folks. I think this year's just been. I've been paying more attention to it, and I feel like this year it's insane with the amount of injuries that this team is experiencing. So,
who's that? XNDLY
Zenly, yeah,
that's exactly what I would say. Well, how do they get Kopech and Flaherty, and we get Leiter and De Los Santos? I mean, does that make any sense at all?
Well,
it's a disgrace. It is a disgrace on Cashman. It really is.
Well, yeah, and Tommy John surgery is up 30% this year. That's an insane statistic.
Yeah. Well, it's all the spin rate and the way they want to. These guys are throwing balls. They're not throwing like they used to in the 70s and 80s. There wasn't a focus on all these different pitches and spin rate and all this. They knew how to pitch. Nolan Ryan, everything from the legs. Built up their leg. These guys are all arm and elbow, and it just gives out. It's just too much strain on that arm.
Yeah, well, analytics gotta love it, right? So, with the whole Flaherty thing, listen, I know the Dodgers went and got Flaherty. They were going to get Flaherty, the Yankees were going to, but then apparently they looked at his medical records. So, the way I see it is, sure, they could have gotten Flaherty, they could have taken a chance, but God forbid if he got hurt with the Yankees, we would never hear the end of it from fans. They would just be like, this is what Cashman does. He goes after hurt players.
True.
I hope the guy doesn't get hurt, but I'm just saying, like, if he did with the Yankees, it would have been like, it's the Yankees' luck. The Yankees are cursed. So, I don't know.
Like, what was it, 2 years ago when every single guy he got at the deadline got hurt?
That's what I'm saying. Benintendi, right? Even though I didn't think Benintendi was a good fit for that team anyway.
Trevino.
Yeah, Efros, Trevino.
What's his face from the A's?
Freaking Montas.
Yeah.
Frankie Montas.
What a joke. What a joke.
Yeah. I mean, did we want another deadline like that? I didn't. So,
Well, with what the Dodgers gave up for Flaherty, I mean, that's we could have did that. I mean, come on.
Could have. Ken, thanks for the kind words.
Nice haircut.
Yeah, he said nice haircut. So thank you. Yeah, and Anthony Garcia, the Cubs did call up Jack Neely, but he got called up yesterday. But I don't think he pitched. I don't think they pitched. They DFA'd Hector Neris, and
that was a guy the Yankees were looking at.
Yeah, they were looking at him in the offseason. Maybe the Yankees look at him now. I don't know.
Yeah, he can't do any worse than De Los Santos.
I mean, they need a fresh arm. So, Mason Miller was hurt too. Fairbanks, that was another name that the Yankees almost got. He's hurt. I'm glad the Yankees didn't get him. So, with some of these names, man, it's like, some of these names, sometimes I'm like, you know what? I would have liked some of those names, but the Yankees dodged the bullet. So, what's up, Sean Browning? How's it going?
Hey, Sean, what's up?
My guy, Sean. Yeah. But
Sarge is in here. Hey, old Sarge.
Yeah, we got a bunch of people in here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man,
where are you at with members now? You at 900 yet?
We're climbing up there, man. We are currently at 849.
Okay. So
we're 51 away from 900.
Every time I'm in here, I see a good group of people in the chat. Like you have a steady flow of 10, 15 guys at least.
Yeah. I got a lot of people watching them. I got people watching on X as well.
Yeah. So, right.
So anybody who's watching this on X, come over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button. Join in on the conversation. We'll
come join us.
Come join us. Yeah, we have a good time here. This is what we do.
Yeah.
So, I'm not, everybody's opinions are welcome. And you could tell me if I'm wrong, you could tell me I'm wrong. Go for it. You're not going to offend me. By all means, bring it on.
Yeah.
I could take the punches.
Yeah. Literally. Yankee fans are very opinionated. So, we got a lot of different views, a lot of frustrated fans. That's for sure. Because we demand winners. We want a good product. The Yankees are a household name, and it's just we demand the best because we're not the A's, we're not the Reds, we're not the Royals. We're just not. Oh well, we played a good season. No, we demand to win every year, and we got spoiled. I know it was I don't know how old you were when the 90s, when the dynasty years. You were about 10, 11.
So I remember the dynasty years, but I was a kid, man.
Yeah, young kid. I mean, we got spoiled. I mean,
so spoiled.
My dad, my brother was like, "Oh, we got this year, 98, 96, 90." It was so fun. It was like going into the next season, we're like with high hopes. These same guys, these clutch, high caliber, well put together, fundamentally sound, want to win, hate losing. And now we got these guys that are just ho-hum, they follow the manager though, make excuses. Oh, it's right in front of us, or, oh, we played good. No, you didn't. You didn't play good. Why don't you just admit it? You gotta take responsibility, and it's not the same anymore. And it's really frustrating for us older guys. Cause we're old school. We go way back. Even my dad, way back in the 50s and 60s, it's just a different breed of players now. These players are just, I don't know. They're like prima donnas or something. It blows my mind. They don't care. It's like the carelessness. Like they get paid and they don't. I mean, the fans come out and support this team and support them with their money. They're not getting paid if we don't come out and watch these games. So,
well, and that's so a couple of things. And old Sarge, I think Verdugo is allergic to a lot of things: his gloves, his tattoos, the winning, the hitting, I won't crap on his fielding because his fielding is good, his defense is good, but he's allergic to a lot of things. So there is that, and
chains and whatnot.
Yeah, no, and listen, I grew up I grew up, with like folks that were older that were explaining the game of baseball to me and that were explaining how baseball needs to be played, and it's definitely different than what it is now. I mean, the game is a lot different now. It's very analytically driven. Analytics is everything now. It's not going anywhere, right? And I don't know if you saw it, but I had a Major League Baseball agent, Andy Moda, on the show.
Okay.
Shout out to Nathan for setting that up. And he said that during the offseason, when they're wheeling and dealing deals and they're negotiating, making calls, whatever the case may be, analytics is involved. He said that analytics is involved.
Yeah.
So it is all across the board during the season, off season. So he said that sometimes they're in a room and they're negotiating about a player and they got the analytics team crunching in numbers.
Of course.
So analytics is here to stay.
Yeah, and it takes a lot of the decision making away from the coach, from the manager.
Right.
They look at a book and say, well, okay, I got according to this book, this is what I got to do. Instead of feeling the game like the old, Bruce Bochy and Joe Torre and Tommy Lasorda, Billy Martin, like the old managers, the feel of the game. I feel like today is the day we do this. We're not going to go by this book. I feel like today is like, Grisham should play or Grisham should pinch hit or what, go on the field, not what the book says. The book is wrong probably 80% of the time. It's just tired of it. It just sucks for the game.
Yeah, analytics. I mean,
what's up, Jacob?
Analytics has its time and place. Like it's a tool. It's nice to have. It's nice to use, but it shouldn't be the go-to 100% of the time. You got to put eyes on the game. I mean, yeah, you could watch some tape, you could watch some video, but you could only do that so much because every game is going to be different.
Right.
It's it's like I know fighting is not the same, but it's like you could study your opponent and watch their fights, their old fights, and say, oh well, here's what they do. Here's how I'm going to beat it. Well, who knows how that fight's going to go?
Yeah, not that day. That day might be different.
That day might be different. Yeah. So every game is going to be different, and you gotta watch the game. You have to.
Yeah, I sure do, Eunice. Yep, Gene Michael and Bob Watson. Yeah, they put those teams together with Buck Showalter too. So yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, love listening to all you complain about analytics when the Yankees are nationally known as to be a very non-analytically driven team, and the analytics they use are only sub-metrics. Army Chow Mein, listen, I hear. Listen, you always put out a lot of great takes, but the Yankees are. I don't want to say they're 100% analytically driven, but they do use analytics. Every team uses analytics, man. Just some teams do a better job with it than others.
That's the thing. Yankees don't do a good job with it. They don't.
Yeah, and I know Cashman has said that they don't even have the biggest analytical team. Maybe they don't. I don't know. But even if they don't, it's still being used.
Yeah.
It's still being used. I mean,
it's just an excuse.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but they use analytics. Okay. And they even, I mean, if they didn't use analytics, that last game of the season against the Royals, when they were interviewing Aaron Judge, they asked him a question about the analytics. So to say that they're non-analytical, I don't know. Yankees analytics department is known on focusing on result-driven stats, aka sub-metrics, whereas teams like the Phillies focus on player production metrics. Well, but they're still using analytics. I'm not sure what it is you're trying to explain to us here, sir.
I mean, the players still got to perform, and they're not. They're just not. And some of the fundamentals, they lack focus. They really do. I mean, it's not just Glaber. I know I always come on here and say it's Glaber. It's everyone else too. They're still. They have their mental lapse, and it's either they don't run out a ball, or they're not covering a base, or they throw to the wrong base, or they, it's just. it's very frustrating because they just don't play well. They don't know the game well. I mean, you hit home runs here and there, but when it comes down to the crucial part of the game, the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings, they're bad. They're very bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to get into the debate about the analytics, but every team uses it. Yeah, your girl called them bums last night. Yeah, well, they were bums. She was very kind about it.
That is being kind.
Yeah. And man, I earlier, like a little bit ago, you mentioned something about, folks going to their games and spending the money. I mean, shoot, I know I've spent money going to games, buying their merchandise. I know it doesn't always guarantee that they're going to win a championship, but
right.
The other thing too is like, fans, you have every right to be frustrated. You can express your frustration. That's fine. But hey, if you really want to make a statement, don't go to the games, don't buy the merchandise. But folks are going to continue going.
Exactly. That's just what we do. I mean, that's entertainment. And when you're a diehard fan, you're going to go.
Right.
And you're
going to watch the games, even if you're
going to watch the game. As much as it pains me to watch, I still, I'll turn it on.
Yeah.
And just shake my head and maybe shut it off for a while and come back. But you're going to watch the games.
Yeah. You can't.
I mean, what else are you going to do? You love the team. It's just the way it is.
100%. Yeah. It's just it.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. It's when you like your team, you like your team. So
yeah.
But let's get into some of the predictions. My favorite part. Always talk about predictions with the pregame, and we always talk food too, which is like everybody's like favorite thing.
That's right. Foodie.
So, foodie. Yeah. So we got a lot of foodies in this chat. But Nestor Cortez, what are your thoughts?
Nestor Cortez.
And folks in the chat, drop your predictions. How many innings, how many walks, how many strikeouts, how many runs? I hope he can go 6 or 7, man, because our bullpen they're pretty spent.
That's a must. Yeah. So at home, I think he does much better at home, even though our record is terrible at home.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's coming off a 7-inning performance, right? He went 7 innings last game. I think
he did go 7 innings against the White Sox, so he had a solid outing.
Yeah. I think he could do that again. I'm going to say 6+, maybe 6 1/3. Maybe not full 7. I'm going to say he gives up about 6 hits. Hopefully it's 2 runs or less.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be right around 6, 7 strikeouts.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe two walks. And hopefully Yankees can score enough to win, maybe squeak one out, 4-3, 5-3, something like that.
And how many innings did you say?
I'm going to say 6 1/3.
6 1/3. Okay. I'll take 6 1/3 from him.
Yeah.
I'll take 6 1/3. And folks are dropping their predictions. 4 innings, 12 runs, 3 walks. Damn. All right, John.
12 runs.
Damn. Ken says 5 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks, 3 earned runs. I could see something like that from Nestor.
Yeah.
Stephen B says he'll go out on a limb and say 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, run. I'll take that.
Okay.
9
innings. Woo-hoo.
All right. A complete game?
Okay.
Dude, I'll take that.
We haven't seen that in what? Has anyone pitched a complete game this year for the Yankees?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And Furnace says 4 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, 4 walks, 6 earned runs.
Ouch.
Zanley says 6 and 2 earned
That's
runs.
about what I had. Yeah, about right there. Yep.
Yeah. Nestor shoves 6 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks.
Okay.
8.5 is the over/under. We'll get to the score. We'll get to score predictions here momentarily, and we're going to get into double play predictions too, because that's something that we talk about here all the time. 6 innings pitched, 3 walks, 4 hits, 3 runs. How many strikeouts there, Rodney? You got Nestor throwing a no-hitter through 7 1/3. That's a pretty bold prediction, but good for you.
I like that. I like going out on a limb and say, yeah, that's
okay. 5 strikeouts. So, Cole. Yeah, so there was nobody
Cole?
that pitched. Yeah,
Okay.
Cole had one last year. Yeah, nobody this year though. But that sounds about right. Yeah, for me, I got Nestor Cortez, because he's done pretty well against some of the guys in the Guardians lineup. So let's see what happens. I got him going 6 innings. I'm going to say 6 innings, 2 runs. I'm going to go 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. So 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, 6 innings. He's going to give up 2 runs. That's what I got for Nestor. So
it sounds about right.
Yeah, that's what I got for Nestor. I think that's what Nestor's going to do. And Jake Boss says 5 innings pitched, 4 runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. So he's got 4 runs. Okay, so him and I have like the same strikeouts and walks because I said 5 and 3. And he's got him going 5. I got him going 6. Okay. Let's see. These channels says 5 innings pitched, 4 runs, 5 strikeouts, 4 walks, 7 hits. All right. If anybody else has predictions, go ahead and drop them. But what about double plays, TC? What you got, man? How many double plays did the Yankees hit into?
I'm gonna say I'm always good. I'm always good for 2. So I'm gonna add on to that. So I'm gonna say 2 double plays and 1 guy thrown out at home.
So you think somebody on the Yankees is gonna get?
Yeah,
that's funny.
They seem to have that lately?
Yeah. So Ronnie's got 4.
4 double plays. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zanley says 0. Ken says 2. Nosebleed says 2. Stanton and Judge. Dev Finch has 4. Egyptian Magician says Verdugo's good for 1 minimum. Albert Wheeler says 3 double plays. Torres is due for a fielding error. Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah.
Sean Browning says 2. Stephen B says 2. Albert Wheeler said 3. I'm gonna go 3. I'm gonna go 3 double plays. Jake Boss says 2. What up, LI? How's it going? What's going on, LI? Shout out to you. But I got 3 double plays going down tonight.
Okay. So I got 2 double plays, 1 guy thrown out at home, and I'm going to say 2 pickoffs. They get 2 guys picked off base.
Oh, wow.
I'm going out on a limb.
Yeah, you are. Old Sarge says, I predict that Canley's blood pressure spikes because his pants are too tight and Boone loses nail picking his nose. Oh my God. What about let's move on. Let's move to score predictions.
Okay.
So
yeah, I think I gave mine. I said 5-3. 5-3 Yankees, hopefully.
5-3 Yankees. Okay. What does everybody else think? 5-3, huh? Li, I hope Ben Rice and Austin Wells homer. I do, Li. 6-2 from Nosebleed. 8-3 by Zanley. 4-3 by Ken. Maybe 10-1. All right, Dev.
We haven't had one of those games in a long time.
Jake Boss says 6-4. I'm going to go 5-4. Using reverse psychology today, Ronnie says Guardians win 5-4. Oh, my God. A scoring explosion, 16-1. That's a pretty big explosion there, dude.
Okay. Hey, Anything can happen.
12-3, 8-4, 5-4. Cruise control says 7-6. It's never easy. No, it isn't.
Yeah. The thing is, if it's another close game, it's going to be tough with that bullpen. The bullpen's taxed.
Yeah, they are taxed, and
I don't know where they go. Like someone's going to have. I mean, if Nestor only goes 4, they're in huge trouble. I mean, I don't know what they do.
Yeah, it's too bad that it sucked that Hill left the game with back tightness, and he's on the 15-day IL now, and they called up Will Warren. So in his place,
Warren's going to have to be one of the guys early out of the pen. It has to be.
Yeah, and it sucks, man, because injuries are one of those things that's out of everybody's control. It happens. It's unfortunate, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
But
and then you got isn't Cody Poteet about ready to come back?
So
he making a start at Double-A?
He's supposed to get some his rehab starts. There's quite a few players that are supposed to get some rehab starts. So let me pull up.
Yeah, I think I read that Poteet was making a start in Double-A. Birdie was cleared for baseball activities. Won't see him till September, mid to late. Schmidt, same thing, probably mid to late September. I think the earliest we'll see guys is probably Ian Hamilton. We'll see him or Poteet. And then there's also Nick Birdie, right? Nick Birdie's right around the corner too, I think.
Yeah. Well, so they got Clark Schmidt. They have him starting on Friday with a rehab assignment with Double-A Somerset.
Okay.
He's going to throw 50 pitches. And then John Birdie is expected to start his rehab assignment on Friday. There's supposed to be several players starting their rehab assignments this week. I think Ian Hamilton is also on that list. John Birdie.
Yeah. We need him back bad.
Yeah. And then also this was from yesterday. By the way, I'm getting this by a page on Twitter called Bronx Bombers News. He's saying that Scott Efros could finally be recalled. He has not allowed to run over his last 5 appearances. So let's see what they do. Maybe they call him up this week, next week. Who knows? But it sounds like he's ready to be back. Sounds like
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah, but
we need some good news. We're too many guys leaving.
Hey, look who it is.
Text him. He came in. There you go.
Hey, KC. What's going on, man?
Yeah.
Shout out.
He thinks we're doing well. How well are we doing there, KC? We're looking good, right?
I never saw KC on camera, but I would assume you two look alike.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, he was on the Morning Brew a couple times, an open panel.
Okay.
Probably earlier this year. And maybe late. He was on last year a lot with my dad.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we're very, very similar. We're 4.5 years apart, but we definitely look like brothers. Not some people think twins, but we're not quite. But we have a lot of similarities.
Yeah. No, I seen your dad definitely on the shows last year too when he came up to the open panel, and he always says what's up to me in the chat, and I know everybody else calls him Big Time Jerry. I always type Mr. Cadile.
Yeah,
because I'm like,
that's Mr. Cadile. That's right.
I was like, you are Mr. Cadile. I am not going to call you Jerry.
That's right. He deserves respect. And
yep.
You sat down and talked to him about Yankees, man. All Yankees he goes way back. He knows years, dates, stats. I mean, the memory he has of players, unbelievable memory.
What's I mean, because your dad, yeah, I know he's,
he's 77. He turned 77 this year.
Woo!
40. Yeah, he was born in 47. Yep.
Yeah, 1947.
And he's still jumping Jerry. That's what we call him. Jumping. He's just, he is.
He's as sharp as a whip, man. I hear him
talking.
I'm like, dude, who is this man?
Nothing slows him down. He still thinks he's 30-year-old climbing ladders, and we're like, no. You're 7. Get down.
Yeah. Oh, good for him.
Cutting the grass and hey, come on, relax.
For sure. Yeah, no doubt, man. All right, good for him. Good for him. Yeah. But who do you got hitting? Who do you have hitting home runs tonight?
Besides the obvious, Soto and Judge.
Like Li said, Ben Rice and Austin Wells.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go out and say I think Stanton's due. Stanton's in the lineup today. I'm gonna say Stanton. He's due. And I'm gonna say Verdugo actually hits one today. I'm gonna say a miracle happens and he doesn't hit a grounder to second. He hits a home run. Verdugo and Stanton.
There you go. There you go. What's up, Sunil? Yeah, nosebleed section saying Wells and Rice. Sean Browning says Soto, Judge, Wells, Stanton. Yeah, I think I got Judge going tonight. I got Judge. I'm feeling Peraza. I'm gonna say Peraza. I'm gonna say Judge, Peraza. I think Soto is gonna beat his. He's gonna hit another one today.
What's he at? 35?
He's at 35. So he tied his career high from last year with San Diego. So he's gonna be He's gonna.
Oh yeah.
Whether it's
Judge
tonight
or 45, right?
Judge's at 45. So Judge,
he's still on pace for 60.
I would think so.
About. I mean, he could have another 60. I don't know if he's going to have 62, 63, but he's going to get close to 60, I think. 50, I'm going to say 50, around 56, 57 home runs probably.
Yeah, 50. I'll go 59. I'll predict 59, but I could see him hitting 60 though, for sure. But
I mean, what blows me away is the average. Like that's impressive to me. A home run hitter with a he's at 320. Is he at 330, 320?
He's at 332.
330. That is amazing to me. That hasn't happened in a long time. With a 330 average with that many home runs and RBIs, that's like Frank Thomas back in the day, or what's from Detroit? What's his name? The big first baseman.
Prince Fielder?
No. I'm lost with the memory.
Wow.
How come I can't remember his name?
I don't know. First baseman.
Miggy.
Talking about Miggy. Yes, Miggy.
Cabrera.
Yankee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That guy was something else too.
Yeah. I mean, with average, power, and ribbies. I mean, it just doesn't happen. I mean, Triple Crown. Was he the last Triple Crown winner? I think he did win it. Miguel Cabrera.
I believe
he was the last Triple Crown winner. Or Edgar Martinez. You remember Edgar Martinez?
Absolutely, I do.
To me, he was the best right-handed hitter I've ever seen. I mean, Yankees couldn't get him out.
Yeah,
they could never get him out.
Time is saying yes. Ken is saying yes. Jonathan, they're all confirming what your question.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Judge, I mentioned this earlier at the show with Judge and his 45 plus home runs. That's 3 seasons for him, and that's the third most in franchise history. Babe Ruth has had 9. Lou Gehrig 4.
A 40 plus?
45 plus.
45 plus. Okay.
Yeah. So I think
and he was the fastest to 300, right? Fastest to 300 homers.
I believe he was the fastest to 300 out of not Yankees names, but just overall.
Yeah.
He was the fastest 300. He would have gotten there a lot quicker if it wasn't for those freaking injuries.
Yeah, the toe injury. He seems like he's injured every year. But
yeah, like 2022 was really the only year he didn't get injured. 2023, obviously, he had a toe. The years prior to that, it was he was getting hurt because of his freaking hip. He was getting these hip injuries. So, Casey says DJ's the worst hitter in New York Yankees history.
He went from one of the better hitters to the worst.
Yeah, unfortunately, man, it's just DJ. Like I said,
what is he?
He's past his prime, man, and he's past his age. The guy used to be a phenomenal hitter. I freaking loved DJ Witt back in the day, man. Phenomenal hitter, but his best days are behind him. Unfortunately, age catches up. Age catches up. It's just the way it is. It happens to all athletes. I mean, I know. Hopefully, we don't see that kind of thing with like Cole and Judge. But folks, I mean,
it's gonna happen.
If it does happen, do not be upset. I mean, you have a right to be. You could be upset. I'm not saying you can't be, but it happens.
Yeah, I mean, just two guys come to mind: Alex Rodriguez, the decline, and Albert Pujols.
Yeah,
two guys that are Hall of Fame legend players, and their last years, you just get old. It's hard enough hitting a small baseball, 90 some miles an hour. And, the older you get, your reaction time is just not there. And it's just the way it is.
See you later there, KC. Thanks for tuning in, sir.
Thanks for dropping by.
Thanks for dropping by.
Enjoy dinner.
Which, speaking of dinner.
Yeah.
What is for dinner?
What's for dinner here? I don't know. Tonight we want to go to the movie, so we might just go out. My wife wants to see that It Ends With Us. I don't know. It might be the big movie right now for chick flick something. I don't know. She wants to go see it.
Oh boy.
So yeah, I look forward to that. I don't know. I don't have anything planned to make.
Okay.
What I would like to have is let's see. What would I like to have?
What are you in the mood for, folks? What are you all having for dinner? And Stephen B, are you making one of your well-known cheesecakes or what? He makes homemade cheesecake.
That sounds delicious. Yeah. I could go for some chicken parmesan or veal parmesan. I'm craving that. I haven't had that in a while, so that's what I would like.
Okay. So Cheesecake Factory.
Okay.
This guy's having pork loin, breakfast for dinner, and later wings. Okay, Dev.
Oh, it's always good. Breakfast for dinner.
If Judge averages 28 home runs for the remainder of his contract, he will be at 500 home runs. Yeah, he can. Well, shoot,
he should pass 500 easy.
Oh, absolutely.
So Neil's having pickleball. What is he? He's having pickles.
Yeah, he's having his pickleball moment right now.
Pickleball chat.
Yeah, you're craving a hamburger and fries. My horror movies at theaters. Ha ha ha.
TC, my wife drags what? Drags my horror movies.
Drags him to horror movies.
Oh, so you don't like horror movies? Okay.
Oh.
Pizza
for Sean Browning.
Sounds good. Pizza's always good.
You're a barbarian. Okay, well, what are you having there, Mr. Barbarian?
I like the dog.
Yeah, veal parm sounds good.
It sure does.
Okay.
You got to cook it just right. I mean, I've had it at different places, and sometimes it's just not. It's hit or miss. So it's you got to pick the right restaurant that can actually do it right.
Veal parm. All right.
Have you had veal parm?
I don't think I have, honestly.
You gotta try it. Veal is good, but
I know it, yeah.
It's thin. It's thin meat, but that's they do it right. Veal and some spaghetti. Oof. What's Snell watching a movie on a Yankee game is on? Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, well, he's got a wife, so I mean, look, just because your wife's out the country, there, Snell.
The movie's later, so I'll be the game's on over here. It's don't forget I'm 3 hours behind, so
true.
The game's at 4 over here, so we won't go to the movies till 7, 8 at night. So
yeah, TC will be fine. He'll catch the majority of the game.
I got you guys.
And then he'll watch he'll like sneak the phone out of during the movie and be like,
oh yeah, I get the scores. I do. Yeah, check it.
Chicken cutlets and rice.
Oh, chicken cutlets. There you go.
Nice. A big bowl of sadness with frustration sprinkled on top. Still got to drive the Beltway home. All right.
Sarge, come on.
Yeah.
Hot dogs, mac and cheese. All right.
Lazy lasagna in a crock pot. No cheesecake, Stephen B. No cheesecake. No cheesecake. All right.
No. What kind of cheesecake does he make? Does he make all kinds of flavors, or just the traditional?
I don't know. I'd have to ask him. I think he sent me some pictures, man. I'm just like, are you for real? I was like, you're gonna have to ship me one, dude.
Because I went down to a local bakery around by our house, and they had a Reese's peanut butter cheesecake.
Oh God,
it looked ridiculous, so good, but it was like $45, and I'm like,
what?
I'm not gonna eat that whole thing.
$45. That better be some good cheesecake, man.
It was 45. I'm like, can I get a little sliver just to take a taste home, please? Oh man.
Turkey sub, okay. Was supposed to, but it's on
Subs
delay. My wife wants me to make pepperoni.
I'm a Jersey Mike. I like Jersey Mikes.
Jersey Mike's ain't bad, for sandwich chains, yeah.
For chains, yeah.
Yeah, I miss living in New York when I used to go to just the local delis.
Oh, the delis. Oh, with the fresh cut. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. That was my
Capicola
thing.
And all the different meats and oh yeah. Yeah. Serious. That's what I'm saying. Serious.
Yeah. 45. How big was the cheesecake for 45? Was it not that big, or
it was a regular, the circle side, but it was thick. I mean, it was really thick. It almost looked like double a normal cheesecake. A normal cheesecake's about what? Well, 3 inches, 4 inches, but
that's the case. Yeah. I probably would have
because it had all kinds of toppings and what but it was, I don't know. That was a heart attack, but waiting to happen, I think.
Oh, Oreo cheesecake too, but not as good as New York style. Okay. And this guy's having fried chicken with tomato, cucumber, salad with feta. All right.
He's getting detailed. Okay. Yeah. Fried chicken's good.
Yeah. No, Stephen B. I'll send some of those pictures over to TC Steels. Don't worry.
So Steven's the one that makes the cheesecakes?
Stephen B. Yeah.
Okay. Stephen B. Yeah, I got to see some of these.
You got to start your own business there, pal, and start overnighting. You'll make a killing.
Yeah.
But
maybe I'll take a picture of this $45 cheesecake and put it on the next show. Show you guys what
you should. You should send it to me and see what I want to see what it's all about. Yeah, knowing me, if I was on an empty stomach, I probably would devour that thing.
Yeah, maybe we're having a big get together. I'd do it, but not just me and my wife. We'll never eat that.
Oh man, just have like 2 pieces each. I mean, you'll finish in no time.
Yeah.
Southwest salad with what? And tomatoes and spice. What is that? Tomatoes and spicy chicken patties cut up over it. All right.
What's cooks?
I have no idea what the hell that is. Yeah, crust is made by scratch too. Of course it is, Stephen B. I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
Snell, you still on that special diet? I know he's been losing some weight over there.
Oh, cucumbers.
Oh, okay, kooks. All right. We don't know the lingo over here. I guess we don't know the.
Yeah, I don't speak Sunil. Okay, I don't speak that, sir.
Yeah, the Riz and what's Ohio? What is all these stupid slang that these kids are saying now? Riz and like.
Tupperware and overnight with ice packs so it doesn't go bad. Thought about how to get it to you. Yo, bro, oh my God. I'll put it on live TV too. I'll be like, Stephen B's cheesecake right here. Carnivore diet, no carbs for 90 days. Okay.
Just meat, straight up meat. No, you can't eat fruit. You can't eat anything, huh? It's just meat. Yeah, that's tough. Do you even forget about the lingo? Just speak it enough. Okay.
Do I? I mean, I speak, but I didn't know what that word was. I don't know. Yeah, like
wokeness.
Huh? Oh, oh God. Oh God. Yeah. Speaking of which, Matthew. Yeah, the Orioles lost earlier today to the Mets. So the Yankees,
Nobody seems to want to win the division. Every time the Yankees suck, the Orioles suck, and then the Yankees do good, the Orioles do good. It's like, nobody wants to take over.
There's an Orioles channel that sometimes comes on here. They're called the Back It Up Binge Podcast. They're an Orioles channel. Sometimes they'll come on here, and they'll, we chat it up. And it's a cool channel. Whoever, I don't know if it's one guy or two guys that they're running it. I don't know who I'm talking. Usually, I don't know who's typing, but they're cool. Like, they're really cool. But it's like, oh, the Yankees are going to take away the division. I'm like, dude, let's pump the brakes, because I said it's going to be tight. So I was like, I don't know who's going to win this division, but I said it's going to come down to the wire. Sam's number 3. What the hell is Sam's?
I think it will come down to the last week of baseball.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of teams right now.
We got some more head-to-head against the Orioles, right? About at least 6 more? I don't have the schedule in front of me.
I'm checking. I'll check for you right now. It's nosebleed section. Sam's number 3 in Denver. I've never been. I'll check out what kind of
Sam's number 3.
That could be just a Colorado thing. I don't know. But as far as Baltimore. No, they only play Baltimore one more time.
So that's 3 games. That's it.
That's 3 games. It's in September. Oh yeah, Nosebleed. It is a diner. I've never been though, but I hear good things about it. But yeah, Baltimore. It's pretty much the last week of September. They have a 3-game set at the stadium.
Yeah, and Boston's still not out of it yet. They've been winning. They've been beating Houston.
Yeah, so
they're not quite out of it yet.
You want to think, you want to talk about standings and wild card? Let's see where we're at right now with the wild card. So right now you have Baltimore, Kansas City, Minnesota. If the season ended today, it would be those 3 teams. But
Yankees are a half game up right now since the Orioles lost.
Yeah. Yankees are in first place right now.
Unbelievable.
Boston is, they're 3 games behind, but anything could change.
3 games behind who?
The
Orioles?
No.
Okay, I was like, wait, did they gain 6 games or that quick? They're about 6.5 out, right?
Yeah, they're 3 games behind Minnesota.
Okay.
Minnesota holds the 3rd spot in the wild card. So right now in the wild cards, Baltimore, KC, Minnesota.
The whole AL is up for grabs. I mean, there's nobody that's really separating themselves. I mean,
yeah, the AL, the freaking NL too, man. But although the NL, I think San Diego and Arizona are going to definitely be the top 2. Atlanta's the Braves are right behind them. The Mets are 2 games behind.
Phillies are still playing well, so.
Yeah, Phillies are still playing well.
Overall, I think they have the best team in the NL, I think. But
as of right now,
whoever's hot at the end.
Yeah,
the Braves had too many injuries. Braves are worse than the Yankees as far as injuries. They just lost. Didn't they just lose their 3rd baseman? Riley went down, I think.
Yeah, they signed Urshela.
Yeah. And Acuna out for the year. I mean, they just
Acuna's was just a freak accident, man.
Yeah, I think the Braves would be right there with the Phillies.
Yeah, right now, as far as the National League goes, I mean, the Dodgers have the best record in all of baseball. But they're 75-52. The Phillies are 73-52. So are the Brewers. The Brewers are actually.
They might shock some people.
Yeah.
Even without Corbin Burns.
Go
figure.
Yeah, exactly. I know there was a lot of Yankees fans that wanted Corbin Burns. I would have liked him, but only if he came with with 2 years of control instead of being the 1 year.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, the baseball's been interesting this season. It's been overall, it's been really, really interesting. But
it makes for an interesting September. It's going to be a good down to the wire. The NL West, the AL East. There's going to be some good competition.
Mm-hmm.
With the extended wild card, all those teams fighting for spots. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. All I know is that with the Yankees, they better win tonight, because if they don't, that would be another series loss, which would take them to an August record of 8-9, because right now they're 8-8. So, they need to start winning some games, because August is almost over. We got 10 days left this month, so they need to win the majority of these games. But the game's going to start, folks, here. What is it? Let me look at that time.
You're at what, 5:40?
Well, I'm 4:40. I'm an hour ahead of you.
Oh, only an hour. Okay.
Yeah, because you're West Coast. I'm
3:40 here.
Yeah. So I'm Mountain Time. For Sunil, it's 5:40 because he's Central Time.
That's right.
And yes, Stephen B, 6:40 for you, since you're on the East. But yeah, the game starts here in about 20 minutes, a little over 20 minutes, so like 25 minutes.
Did you bring up? I don't know. I was late to your show, but John Sterling was on the broadcast last night. I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I didn't bring that up, but I totally forgot to. But thanks for talking about it. Yeah, but yeah, I thought that was pretty cool to see John Sterling on there.
Yeah, and then I think he called the radio in the fourth and fifth or something like that, in the middle of the game. So I thought that it was so awesome to hear his voice. Yeah, very, very nice to hear him. I miss him. I miss his calls.
Yeah, I know a lot of us do. A lot of us do. So, but
thanks, Frank.
Frank, what's he saying? Let me see.
Glad you got TC on the show.
Oh yeah, man. I'm always happy to have TC on the show. I miss when TC left, and I was like, oh my god, no more TC. I was like, oh, this stinks, dude. I was like, I don't
know. I don't know what's going on with the Morning Brew. That's a whole nother thing that they haven't been on in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, I heard. So I was messaging with Nosebleed Section on Twitter, and I guess according to Grace, they should be having a show tomorrow morning.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it was. I haven't been able to get a hold of Hector, so I don't know if it was his dad or something else going on. I know they had other stuff, going on too, but yeah, it'd be good to see them back. I miss Hector and Grace and all that. Miss those guys.
Yeah, I miss them too, man. And I haven't talked to Hector in a long time, in a while. But Dev, if anybody wants to co-host, I'll invite him on or whatever. But I could, I've been running it by myself too. So
he does a good job by himself. He can hold it down.
I appreciate it, but. Yeah, if any time people want to come up, because sometimes like Erica will text me and be like, hey, Link.
Erica's good. I like Erica.
Come on up, Erica. Let's go. Talk to us.
Same thing with Ken. Ken's got world of knowledge. That guy, he knows his stuff. He's good.
Yeah, Ken's been watching this sport for a long time. He understands the game, and he played the game too. So
what about Jason? You ever have Jason on?
Jason, from 161. Yeah, once in a while I'll have him come on. If he's in the chat, I'm like, yo, do you want to come on? And he's like, yeah, go ahead and send me the link. And I'm like, yeah, come on.
He needs to have one of those, another one of those round tables where we do, with you and Joe and all these, Hector and Jigga and all the the gang back in the day. Just have a nice little open panel. Need to have one of those.
That would be fun. What was it, about a month ago? It was
Mazza, that's right, Mazza.
Yeah, Mikey Mazza for sure. Yeah, Mazza at one point was co-hosting with me quite a bit, but that's because he had a little bit more time. I had a lot. That was a lot of fun. But
you guys had a show, right? A dedicated show.
Yeah, we did one episode, but it was called "Kick Rocks and Get Bent."
Yeah.
We did only one, but it was just time, dude. Time for my his schedule, my schedule. It's just
It does. Life gets in the way. I know. I wish we could watch Yankee games and not have to work, but
unfortunately, sometimes you gotta take care of life, And TC, you guys have to call games. That was great a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Call that game.
Yeah, but I didn't like being behind, so I got to figure out these guys. I'm calling a home run, and these guys are waiting. I know. 2 pitches.
And I remember Ken and I, we looked at each other. We knew what happened, or we're just like, all right, we'll wait. And then
the straight face. I don't know how you guys did it. You guys are just like, you didn't say a word. I would have been like, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know. We just we keep it on the low.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was a good time.
Yeah. And tomorrow's game is going to be
it's going
to be. Well, what's up, Jared? Yeah, tomorrow's game is going to be an early one too. That's going to be 10 o'clock your time. So it's like 10:05 your time.
Yeah, I'll be working.
You'll be working. Yeah. I might call that game tomorrow. I don't know yet. I might do the play-by-play for that one. But be on the lookout. I'm definitely doing my morning show tomorrow, so that's a fact. That's going down. The play-by-play, we'll see. I haven't exactly thought about it yet, but I might do one. I know Ken likes to do the play-by-plays, so because he'll be like, hey, when are we doing the next play-by-play? I'm like, I don't know. And then Erica also asked me too. She's asked me before, but I'm pretty sure she's going to be working tomorrow morning as well, because I know she's got she's got work, she's got a job. So
yeah, maybe we can well, we can't, but we're close to do play-by-play watching her. Doesn't she play softball? I'd love to do play-by-play watching her play.
Oh, that'd be softball. Yeah. I just I mean, Erica's always great to have on, but I also love when she does her little strikeout calls, her little strikeout closes.
I had a little side story. I forgot to tell you this, but
yeah, go ahead.
So my wife does commercial insurance. So she insured this company, this little, kind of like a Denny's. It's called Catella Grill. So anyway, the husband and wife that own the business, they did they headed up a nonprofit, for fundraiser for I'm not sure for what, cerebral palsy or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So they had, at the end of the year, because we live by Angel Stadium. So at the end of the year, they were allowed to use Angel Stadium to do this fundraiser. It went over the weekend, and they had the whole stadium, and it was kind of like a men's softball, or not softball, but men's amateur. So they'd have 20 to 30-year-olds, then they'd have 30 and plus, and then they'd have father and son. So me and my dad, so my wife was talking to the couple, and it came up that I had done broadcasting, that was kind of my background in college. And she asked my wife, hey, would your husband be willing to come out and announce some games? And once she said, I said, hell yeah, I'll be out there. So I invited my dad when my dad was living here. And so me and my dad, I'll have to get a picture. I'll show it to you. It's us behind home plate at Angel Stadium. And we're announcing these, amateur games. And it was unbelievable. It was we weren't doing play-by-play exact, because, the speakers were broadcast over the stadium. So we're not in a studio. So the guys actually playing could hear us. So we did our best as, hey, there's a grounder, or we would make comments. Oh, it's a sold out stadium. There's actually 150 people watching. So we made so many good comments. My dad had the time of his life, because that's something that he always wanted to do. He always wanted to be either a radio DJ or a baseball announcer.
Oh, dude, I could totally see your dad doing that too.
Yeah, it was so cool. I mean, the comments he was making, and he was just cracking everyone up. And it was, he said, look at everybody scatter for that ball. And there's nobody, it was basically the family members of the players and maybe 200-300 people watching the game, in an empty stadium, but there were some good games. It was comparable to probably a single A, single A game. So it was, it was good. I mean, some of these guys were pumping 90s, throwing 90, but yeah. Okay. a couple of them, but yeah, it was an awesome experience. And yeah, just a little side note, that was pretty funny that we got to do that.
No, that sounds like a really good time.
Yeah, it was
an
cool.
Amazing time, actually.
Yeah.
But no, that's awesome. But yeah, I think folks, real quick, shout out to all of you in the chat. I appreciate everybody sticking it out. I'm going on almost 2 hours. The game starts in 15 minutes.
How you do
it. I just do it, man. Well, I guess it helps because, like, I'm not married. I'm a single man, no kids. But you're gonna laugh at this one. Last Thursday, real quick before we close out. Last Thursday morning, I was doing a live stream, doing my morning show.
Yep.
I had Nathan on with me. I get a phone call from my brother, and he says, "Hey, your nephew missed the bus. Can you take him to school?" I'm like, "Oh man,
I remember this. I was on.
Oh, you were there. Okay.
Yeah, and Tats came on.
Yeah, I texted. I was like, "Yo, Tats, if you're still on, can you fill in for me? You and Nathan, go ahead and run it." I said, "I'll be back." Luckily,
you were closer, right? You were 5 minutes away, and then that's why he told you to go, right?
Yeah. Because if my brother came back, like, this kid, he totally would have been more late, but he was fine. I got him on to school on time because luckily the nephew lives only 5 minutes away, and he was like, "When you come in," I was like, "Dude, wait outside the house. That way you can jump into the car." His school is like 5 minutes away, so when it was all said and done, it was like, it took about like maybe 10, 15 minutes. For me to get back into my regular routine. So
look at that. And you still kept the show going. Wow.
Yeah.
What a professional.
I know. I was like, damn, how do I do it? Because I had Nathan on. I was like, I don't know how long Nathan could stay on for, but
yeah. When I got on, I saw it was Tats. I saw Tats was on.
Yeah. But it was him and Nathan. They were running it together. So
right.
So I was like, dude, Tats for the rescue, Nathan for the rescue. I was like, guys, thank you. Like, you guys rock.
Yeah.
So Tats is the man, dude. Like, Tats, Nathan's great people, and Tats is also
shout out to Pinstripe Chronicles. Those guys, I love those guys. Rob and Don and Tats.
Yeah, Rob, Donald, and Tats. Yeah, those guys rock, dude. Those guys rock.
They tell it like it is, man. Which one is it? Rob, he murders. He just goes off. I love his take.
Yeah, I get Rob on here sometimes. He'll jump on with me. I'm like, yo, Rob, jump on if you want. And yeah, dude, I have a blast with Rob. Rob is awesome. Rob is awesome. I like Rob. So yeah, no, those guys all do a good job.
We should do we got to do a collab with those guys and me, you, Hector, maybe someone else we can get on, and Jason, and do at least like the last weeks coming up to the postseason. We need to have like a final week preparation of what's going on with the Yanks.
That would be pretty dope. Yeah, maybe, or if not then, like maybe sometime in the off season, get something going. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Or postseason. Postseason. Hopefully we make a deep run. I mean,
yes. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Have Erica, have everybody on it. Just make a whole, what do you put? You can put nine people on. Is that
9 or 10?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So, but yeah, we'll figure something out. I'll talk to some people and see what we can do.
Yeah, Jonathan, I do still talk to Hector. I just haven't been able to get a hold of him. Yeah, but we're all in touch still. I still talk to Celso, Jigga. Yeah, I still talk to those guys.
Yeah, I talked to Jigga recently. I know he's kind of been.
Yeah, he was dealing with that kidney stone.
Yeah, unfortunately, man. I know he's supposed to get surgery tomorrow. That's what Nosebleed section was saying.
Yeah, he's been dealing with that for like 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, I hope he gets it figured out, man.
Painful, very painful.
Yeah, but folks, the game is starting in about 10 minutes. Get your food ready. Get your asses on the couch. Turn that TV on. Go watch the game. Yeah, I'll see you later. I'll see you tomorrow morning there, Ken. I'll see everybody tomorrow morning, hopefully. All right. But folks in the chat, thank you all for tuning in. Again, I appreciate every single one of you. TC, thanks for coming on, man, and rocking out.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Come on, chat. Yeah. You guys rock.
You here. You know that.
Rodney, appreciate what you do for the show. Steven, Jonathan, Rob, everybody on here. Ken, Nosebleed, KC, all you guys.
Yeah.
Just keep supporting NFE. He's going to get to 1,000. I can't wait. Just show him love. Give him support.
Yeah, and then shout out to Ronnie Green for gifting 5 memberships.
Yeah,
Ronnie, you're super generous, man. You've been
champ of the chat.
Yeah, you are the champ of the chat. You've been gifting a lot of memberships lately. You're the man, bro. You are the man. If there's been a few folks gifting memberships, and you guys are awesome, all of you. Yeah, don't be jealous, Brad. I do be staying on the lounge. Like I said, I'll send some video footage of myself when I'm not on the lounge, so you know that I don't play around. All right. So, but anyway, folks, thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you all hit that like button if you haven't yet. Hit that subscribe button. Share this channel out. Let's get this channel to 900, folks. Let's get to 900. Go enjoy the game. Let's go, Yankees. Go out there, get that win. You desperately need it. There needs to be improvement, so go out, make it happen, all right? See you all tomorrow morning. Peace.